Hi all good, my name is Billy, and today I will tell you everything you need to know about defeating pandemic brain before buying. First, I want to say that defeating pandemic brain is not found in Amazon. Defeating pandemic brain is only sold on the official website of the product. I will leave the link of the official website of defeating pandemic brain just below the description. What is defeating pandemic brain? The COVID-19 pandemic has affected the world in ways they could not have imagined. As the inevitable spread of this disease raged in all countries without reservations or roadblocks, health officials recommended social distancing. For months, people everywhere have been urged to stay in their homes as much as possible instead of spending time with friends, family, and loved ones. Millions of people accepted it in the hope that it would help the disease die, only to discover that the absence of infection did not mean they were safe. The federal government has been warned about the effects of isolation on the mental and physical health of consumers, according to new reports. However, the authorities' priority at the time was to isolate and contain the virus, regardless of the lasting effects of isolation. Many people feel worse mentally than before the pandemic began, which can directly affect their long-term health. Instead of another drug or vaccine, the creator of Defeating Pandemic Brain developed a protocol to help defeat encephalitis. Although the thought of returning to pre-pandemic life is almost a dream. However, it is possible to repair the brain damage caused by isolation and withdrawal. Users do not need to take many pills, but they do need to follow the 7 pillars of brain health outlined in the book Defeating Pandemic Brain. Before diving into the columns, the authors explain that it's important to understand what inflammation in the brain can do to cause foggy feelings. Many people struggle with poor memory, slow mental speed, and the inability to sit still and concentrate. This problem can be overcome by following the protocol described in Overcoming Pandemic Brain. What will you learn in Defeating Pandemic Brain? The key to the effectiveness of defeating pandemic brain can be traced back to the 7 pillars of brain health. Each stage has different consumer requirements, depending on the healing that is supposed to happen. The pillars are: smiling in gratitude, urging the user to smile when they are feeling down, triggers serotonin in the brain. Get moving, helping with the trigger for endorphins to improve mood management. Play the right brain games, pushing individuals to challenge their minds and work out dormant brain muscles. Music, which has been proven to have a healing and stimulating effect on the brain. Mind-body balancing, relaxes the mind through meditation that can ease the pressure of the inflammation. Keep a journal, improving memory and comprehension while supporting immune function. Reduce added sugar and eat inflammation-reducing foods, providing the brain with the support needed to stop inflammation and improve cognition. As consumers go through this program, they'll unravel precisely how the pandemic has impacted brain health without realizing the damage. They'll also learn what happens to the brain when someone is isolated and how the inflammation that affects the brain could be a fast track to Alzheimer's disease. However, the core of this program centers around the 7 pillars of brain health, which will be expanded upon in the guide. How is Defeating Pandemic Brain unique? This guide is the first of its kind to show consumers exactly how the pandemic has changed how their brains work. After prolonged isolation, brain inflammation caused slower processing speeds, resulting in consumers feeling stressed, angry, and sick. As one of the world's leading brain health experts, Dr. Sam Walters has focused on developing pandemic brain beating to help as many people as possible improve their brain health. How will consumers know Defeating Pandemic Brain works for them? As consumers complete the entire treatment program, they often report being more focused and remembering better. Their stress levels are reduced, helping them to be more productive in their daily lives. Plus, they get over the crash that some people experience in the afternoon. All results may vary depending on the damage caused by the pandemic. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any more questions about Defeating Pandemic Brain, access the link below that I left in the description. To go to the official page of Defeating Pandemic Brain and take all your doubts. Share the video and let your like a strong hug.